Head out about 10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Washington Commanders. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go in our nation's capital. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll stretch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Pass caught. It's Lane with it. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. But there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 43-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll set up to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Got a man here, it's Wilson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's another Washington first down.
They'll run here with Edwards. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
2nd and 1. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Jalen Wright there to make the grab. And the Commanders are on the board here first in the season opener. are able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Commanders 7, Raiders 0.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Gets past one man. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
39-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. This one complete. It's Rashee Rice. Down the sideline he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Rashee Rice, 61 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play it out level. I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Lane. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that here,
now the ball comes loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there. Next, the receivers help spread the defense out. They were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
2nd and 3. They'll get this out to Genty. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Gets it quickly out wide to Thornton. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll look to throw. That's to Bowers once again. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On first down, it's Genty. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
7-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his big tight end here.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's caught. Downfield, it's Lane. That is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jalen Lane, 43 yards. And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. These 2 teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton, 68 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Commanders 14.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard
line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Raiders' 35.
And now they'll shift things around. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Roman Wilson, 28 yards. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go again with Genty. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now a 2nd and 6. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts.
That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Las Vegas, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Genty. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1. St. Brown. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Raiders, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Throw left side complete. That's Rice. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Rashee Rice, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Bass on for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Raiders 28, Commanders 21.
is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. And the Raiders have got him.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
At the 44-yard line.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Into space at the 45.
As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 48.
A run straight ahead with Genty.
And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Once again, it's Genty.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's another Washington Commanders first down.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Oh, he's brought down. Remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
It's a gain of 11.
And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
On the give, Genty.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Las Vegas.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Joseph. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Genty.
He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
15-yard line.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard.
And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd and 9. And they'll go again here with Hubbard.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Completes this one to Thornton.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Nick Bosa in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now back to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now he's going to step up and run. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports.
It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this 4th quarter.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now they'll change things up.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Those INTs all sting when you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw.
Pass complete right side to Bowers.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Mixing up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Pass right side, caught by Thornton.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so, but ordinarily, 2nd down is...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Ashton Genty.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Commanders 24.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
27-yard
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 61 yards. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they got one of the two touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
But I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
Now a handoff to Genty.
Nifty move. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's another Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Now a toss, left side, Genty.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. A give out of the gun to Genty.
And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11th. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The kick by Bass is good.
And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Here's 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
Here's second down.
A gain of 5.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
At the 30-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
He'll try and do this himself. And avoids the contact by sliding.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
This is 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The city always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Las Vegas,
hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week.
meanwhile for the Commanders,
they obviously